Welcome to One Man Show. I'm Zoltai, and well, you're not. I call tonight's episode the Big B for bullfrogs, bunnies, bands, and bagpipes. First, we will take a look at the Valley City Frog Jump Festival. There's your first B, the B being for bullfrog. Then we'll check in on the world of pet rabbits and the rabbit show judging at the fair. There's our second B, B for bunny. After the bunnies, well, we'll sneak peek Holly Howser's all-girl band comprised of 12-year-old female musicians called No Boundriez, our third B, B for band and boundaries. And to wrap up tonight's show, our fourth B for bagpipes as we review the music and dance of the Ohio Scottish Games. Stay put for the next half hour because One Man Show starts now. My first installment is at the Valley City Frog Jump Festival. The purpose of the Frog Jump Festival is to have a thoroughly enjoyable family fun day for the local community and visitors like us here tonight. The folks in Valley City measure the success of the festival each year by the number of kids, parents, and grandparents that leave happily at the end of the day satisfied, and I might add, with full stomachs and the joy of having attended the Valley City Frog Jump Festival.
We're sitting at the pavilion of the Frog Jump. William with a Bugs Bunny shirt. Miss Harrison lost. Miss Harrison finds Amy Rapelli and Diner Cash should be up and Hannah Rapelli on deck.
It is hard. Before that,
For those viewers out there who know zero about frogs, or those of you just plain wondering, here's how the frog jump works here at the Valley City Frog Jump Festival. To begin, of course, it goes without mentioning that you need a frog. If you don't have one, there's plenty of frogs available to rent for jumping contest use. First, let's take a time out from the explanation. Let's go look at some of the frogs that are available to rent for jumping use.
Wow. That's a good-looking frog there. How old is that frog?
No idea.
Are these the ones that people can rent?
Yeah.
Now, what's it cost to rent a frog?
I think it's $5.
And you get to use him for the contest all day long?
Well, you get one jump. If you win, we'll hold it for you, and you can go to the finals with it.
Oh, so the names that they have for these frogs too are already named?
No, they make them up.
The kids doing stuff. Oh, okay.
And they register.
Okay, once you rent a frog, now contestants are assigned a flight number during registration. That's something that you need to do, of course, to be in a contest. You get a flight, register, sign up their frog. And the cool part is if you're a kid or an adult, you get to give your frog a special name. Now, you need a frog that's going to jump, so try to rent one that's kind of frisky looking and wet and healthy. Now, when a contestant's flight number is called, which you'll see here in a moment, you have to enter the bullpen. That's the area where there's a big parachute laid out, and each of the frog handlers try to coax their frog to jump 3 good jumps that'll be measured and then scored by the judges. For people who rented their frogs, make sure that you pick them up afterwards and take them back to the rental people. They wouldn't like it if you took them home at the end of the day. Each frog is jumped one at a time, as you'll see here. When it's your turn, contestants bring your frog to the center of the parachute, the big orange dot. Of course, the frog then can take the 3 jumps, as I said, and each one are measured and scored. The total distance is measured from the center of the circle, which you'll see the young ladies with the yardsticks and the measuring tapes do, all the way to the frog's location at the end of his final third jump. The longest distance, of course, wins. Let's take a look here at some of the fine trophies first, and then we'll make our way to the Frog Jump Parachute, the Frog Jump Arena here next on One Man Show.
Frog jump was first started in 1962 as part of the Valley City Sesquicentennial Celebration. It has been held in many different places. This is the 7th year at the Liverpool Mill Stream Park. 8 feet, 4 inches by Tastes Like Chicken. Finally, Mr. Trockley and Abby.
Thanks, Sue. That's somebody else. That wasn't very nice, was it?
3. There you go. There you go, Trockley. And Abby.
Hey, you know when you should do it?
4 feet, 9 inches.
4 feet, 9 inches. Neil Grabbing Center is sponsoring this flight. It's flight number 8 should be the goal.
Collier versus Kimbler.
Joseph. I have a long board.
Goomba.
8 feet, 10 inches.
8 feet, 10 inches.
8 feet,
Krusty Keller is sponsoring flight number 7. Next up. There are t-shirts, book sales, games, space meetings, and game time. The Corvette show is obviously in progress, and the light share from 11 o'clock until 4 o'clock, the frog school goes out.
2 inches.
6 feet, 2 inches for a green machine. Eric Lasker in the spotlight on the parachute. Christian Lasker on deck.
It's fine.
Now, as you can see, if your frog jumps 3 times straight out of the center, that's where you're going to get your best distance. However, if the frog jumps in a different direction, like we've seen a couple of the frogs do here, that's not going to be so good. You're going to get a shorter total distance for your frog. The frog jumping the longest distance for each flight, of course, as I mentioned a moment ago, is the winner. After all the flights have been completed, there is a grand jump-off. That's where the frogs jump against one another, and a grand champion and reserve champion for those 2 categories receive nice big trophies, as does the longest jump. Now, the cool part is, if your frog didn't do so well, then they also will take a look at the shortest jump of the day. So there is a trophy awarded for the person whose frog jumped the least amount of distance as well here at the Valley City Frog Jump Festival.
Oh, please. 8 feet even.
8 feet even. Kara Ungar with Uba. Okay. 6 feet, 8 inches. Kara Ungar. Josh Drexler on that. There we go. We look like that.
7 feet, 8 inches.
7 feet, 8 inches. Josh Drexler and Froggy is up with Derek Farley on that. We're on flight number 7, sponsored by Krusty Keller. Here at Valley City Frog Jump, 46th annual Valley City Frog Jump.
That's a big blooper.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can view pictures of the Valley City Frog Jump at
Maggie, look up at mommy, it's so pretty. Me, Maggie.
Why are they walking the river if we see those?
You Try to throw a hula hoop around those 2 anchor frogs.
Washington Post is present, and we're making a video documentary of Ohio festivals. Well, this one's got to be right at the top.
10 feet 9 inches.
10 feet 9 inches. James Bryant and Scott Bryant on the parachute with Nicole Bryant on deck. There are 2 gentlemen here from Liverpool, England. We're doing their worldwide tour of all communities named Liverpool. What do you think, Joey? Can I right place?
9 feet 1 inch.
9 feet 1 inch. Nicole Bryant and Speed with Jordan Marks on deck. All right, on deck is Rick Wellman. Rick Wellman is on deck.
Oh, did you see that frog? That handler got that frog to jump a long way. That's going to be one of the better jumps we'll see here today.
4 feet 2 inches.
What is it? 14 feet 2 inches. Our next jumper, Amber Bell, the trusted gorgeous. Our next jumper is Rick Wellman. And his frog, Stout. On deck is Brian Ottinger. Flight number 9, you should get it. Rick Wellman and Stout. Our next jumper is Brian Otenga. On here, with Connie. On deck, Brandon Rosella. Brandon Rosella.
Thank you for watching One Man Show this evening. Our first part of the episode tonight, just wrapped up there, was the Frog Jump Festival at the Valley City Frog Jump Days. Next here on One Man Show, bunny rabbits. Rabbit judging at the county fair. Different types of rabbits. We'll see a couple of different varieties and breeds and just exactly how the judges look over these animals when it's time for the blue ribbons to be issued. Rabbits and rabbit judging is next here on One Man Show.
Salad wagon. That's a nice little trip down there. Have you ever been to the barn? You've got 24. One out of first condition. Well, they're mad. I'm better. 51. 94 is first. Senior buck. Yes. 157. Yes. Give it a first. It's got a good head, nears a little low on the shoulders, fails a little bit over the hindquarters, coat's badly stained.
That's the best way to get rid of stains in the white coat.
Corn starch.
Oh, in the bucket of bleach.
Corn starch.
Rub it in dry or?
Yeah, you don't do better than that. You have to bake it. Make it wet. And then you have the fur on the rabbits when you eat it.
Yeah, really.
Give the jaw first. It's a little low on the shoulders, fails a little bit over the hindquarters.
I don't know, but don't because I noticed when you first said, like that. That's what I said. Oh, shocking.
So even if they didn't get variety, you still want first places on top?
Well,
Or
no,
just
you
stick-
can put
Stick 'em in there.
once. Yeah, the only things I really need are my varieties. So
Variety,
go
I
back
just
and
said
find
that.
it. One second.
Oh, variety.
You've
Yes.
got the variety mark.
The nice bird here. Just long and narrow through the quarter, open at the midsection, eastward and the hindquarter. Yeah,
That was the
nice.
senior
Yeah.
buck.
I carry it on
Yes.
in the kitchen. I save it full.
He has a nice head, a good ear. He has a very nice length body, has a good shoulder midsection. Lacks just a little roundness in the lower hindquarter. He lacks some depth of body to balance, a little flat throughout. Has good texture, density coat, lacks finish of coat and color.
Give it a good head near, a little low on the shoulders, fails on the too flat. The other two are pretty decent.
Here's the, for those pens that have already gone bad.
Bad.
You know what?
No, my knees are bothering me. Yeah. 23, 25, and 26 of it. The dough.
MP4 is fifth.
Yeah, you and I both have the same amount.
This rabbit's a little low on the shoulders, this one's a little low over the hindquarters. $161. It's got a good head and ears. It's got good depth of body. Coat's blotchy in color. How many senior does we got? Give the junior buck a first. Nice hyped animal. Good tan factor except on the tail.
Yes, you were. Give the chocolate buck a first. It's got a good head here. It's got pretty good body type. It's
a little blotchy in color. It's got good tan factor, except on the tail. It's the best chocolate. The best of breed is the black junior buck. The best offset's your black junior doe. All of that.
Has a nice length. The bike here is good shoulder, a little narrow in the main section. He's got some fair texture density in his body coat, wax finish.
I hope you're enjoying tonight's episode, and the topics all have the letter B in them. We've already seen bullfrogs and bunnies. Next, bands. And of course, this band also has a B in its name, No Boundriez, a group of 12-year-old female musicians that got together. They do Beatles songs and a whole bunch more. We're going to pass the microphone around before we see them play a song. Let's hand the mic down to Holly Howser, and we'll let Holly introduce the band.
Hi, I'm Holly Howser.
I'm Olivia Peliquin.
I'm Marie Masters.
I'm Georgie Martin.
I'm Sam Mangan. And we're No Boundriez.
Now, how did you girls get together to form a band, and what do you like most about music? Holly?
Well, first of all, I talked to my other friend named Jared, and we called Marie, and she said her brother owns a bass, so she's now our bass player. And Georgie actually started off on drums because she played percussion in school band. And Sam back here, she used to be our manager. She started off as our manager, and we found...
Whoa, whoa. You're not the manager anymore? You're just the drummer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
But Georgie... we found out that Sam was a better drummer than Georgie was, and so since Jared wasn't there all the time, we moved Georgie over to rhythm guitar.
Now, Jared sounds like a boy's name, but there's no boys in this band.
Well, there was, until Jared just couldn't make it to any of the gigs because of his parents' divorce.
So you booted him.
No, we did not boot him. He's just not here at the moment.
Let's talk to Olivia down in the front row here. Olivia, what do you like most about being in the band, and what are some of your favorite instruments to play?
I like being in the band because it's with all my friends, and I like playing the clarinet more than the keyboard because it makes loud sounds, and it makes my parents mad.
Oh, yeah. You're a dream child, aren't you? Marie, what do you like most about being in the band, and what's your favorite instrument to play?
What I like most about being in the band is that, first of all, I'm with all my closest friends, and also, like, Holly and I, we have this dream that we know we're going to become famous, and we're going to have this tour bus and everything. And my favorite instrument would have to be the bass. I like it because it's a 4-string guitar, and it's not a 6-string, and I feel really special because it's a 4-string, and that's what Paul McCartney used to play.
Ooh, impressive musical aspirations here. And then, now, Georgie, who would you say is the one girl that always likes to hog the mic the most here with No Boundriez?
Holly.
Holly's the microphone hog, huh? And of course, as far as music for you, what's the most exciting thing for you to be able to be in the band? What do you get from all of this?
Well, I'm just here with all my friends, and it's fun to play. We just have fun.
Girls, I tell you what, for our viewers at home, we're going to present one of your songs, Twist and Shout, I believe. So girls, take us into Twist and Shout, and it's coming up next on One Man Show. Twist and Shout next, and No Boundriez on One Man Show.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Twist a little closer now, closer, we know what you're mine.
American and the Scottish flag, or Canadian and the Scottish flag.
Well, folks, it's been a pleasure. Another episode of One Man Show is in the books. I'm your host, Zoltai. I hope you'll join me next week, same time, same channel, for another new episode of this program. Let's go to credits now with the dancing and music of the Ohio Scottish Games as we wind things down here tonight on One Man Show.